Hi guys, this is David. This video is going to be an update video telling you some things as far as what's been going on recently. I actually had to get a few things here recently. One of the things I had to get was definitely a necessary item to get for sure. So it's not a type of thing to where I really had a choice on, and I'll show that to you now. Right here, as you can see, I've got another Mr. Buddy again, Mr. Buddy heater again. And I've got it hooked up to my hose and the filter this time as well too, the fuel filter as well. I had to get this because it lately actually already has been cold. It's actually been very, very cold the past few days. And also I checked the forecast for pretty much this whole month, and this whole month is looking like it's going to be extremely cold for sure. You can see here, here's the box, in case you was wondering. So yeah, as you can see, it's definitely the new one for sure that I've got. I don't have the old one anymore. I threw the old one away because it wasn't working. So, and plus I did check before on prices, so some of you guys are subscribers, and yeah, so as far as being able to order the part, it would have been about a quarter to really pretty much even half the cost of just going ahead and buying a new one. And even still, if I would have just repaired the old one, there's still no guarantee that would have been the problem, as far as like if I put in the new part, as far as the pilot itself, as far as the pilot light or whatever, if that would have been a problem or whatever. So there's still no guarantee that would have been the exact problem. And then if it wasn't fixed, then that's still a good deal of money I would have been out of. This here, as just like the other one, it costs like 87 bucks. So it's kind of up there as far as expensive that I had to do, but at the same time, still definitely worth it though, because you know, again, even if it's just lasted me a year, just like the other one lasted a year, it's still going to be worth the investment for sure though, because it's going to also help me save money too, because the other one, which is called, I believe it's called Dynaglow, the one that you just screw right onto the tank, that one was, well, if you use that for like 3 nights in a row, for example, you're going to have to refill your tank, the 20-pound tank. So you want to get about 3, possibly 4 nights at the most out of that, but probably just 3 nights out of that before you have to fill up your tank again. Compared to using this one, of course, the Mr. Buddy, and this one is going to be about a week to 2 weeks, depending on how much you use it, of course, and how cold it is. But you can use it pretty much every single night and use it for about a week up to 2 weeks. So I mean, it's common sense then why I had to go ahead and do this. And it is money that I did want to go ahead and put back toward getting a car, but so it is a setback too, because it's money now taken away from that fund. But you know, it's something that I had to do. I didn't have a choice. Now another thing I want to tell you about, as far as another update that I had to do, is a phone as well. I had to go ahead and get myself a new phone as well, and the reason why that is because the phone that I had recently, the past phone that I had, was a little cheapo phone that I had got from a corner store, a corner cell phone store. And at the time, it was just to make sure that I had my service still on and everything too, is why I did that. But the battery on that one was going dead as well too, to where it wouldn't charge up anymore as well too. And so it got to the point where I actually even had a whole day that I couldn't even turn my phone on at all. So obviously I need to still have communications, because I got to be able to get a hold of my son and my son's mom, and that way I can still talk to my son, and plus if anything ever happens, she can still get a hold of me as well too. And plus for work as well too, I sometimes need to still use GPS for my work as well too though. So that was another expense that I had to pay on as well, which again takes away from my fund, as far as my car fund, as far as money I was going to put back toward that. But I mean, it's something that I pretty much still had no choice on, because of the fact that I have to have communications, like I said, so I can get a hold of my son, and so I can, in case she has to get a hold of me as well too, and so forth. But I mean, it is a decent phone. It's definitely getting the job done as far as what I need. It's got some pretty good apps on there too, but it is a Windows phone, and it definitely does take some getting used to. So to be honest, if it came down to a choice between a Windows phone and a Google phone, or in other words, an Android phone, I would go back and choose the Android phone if I would have known. I figured that this would be just as user friendly as the Android phone would be, but it does take a little bit more getting used to, and you kind of like, you got to go around the barn a little bit, I guess, so to speak, to get things done. Compared to on a Android phone, it's a lot more easier to access stuff. And for like example too, like YouTube, YouTube actually is blocked on Windows Phone. Now there's still ways around that, because you can still, well, in other words, the YouTube app itself is blocked. You can still go to the Internet Explorer on here, and there is even apps that people has made as well too, individuals out there that has made, that you can use to get on YouTube as well too. But you know, it's going around the barn, in other words, to get there. So it's still more user friendly to get an Android phone, in my opinion, anyways. Okay, so that's the update as far as those two things that had happened recently, and especially as far as expenses go and things like that. And also too, while we're talking on the thing as far as expenses go, my job recently, I was able to get some decent hours this past 2-3 weeks, and that's another reason why I was able to try to save up some money as far as going toward a car fund. But the thing is though, they did recently hire some more people in, and of course too, keep in mind, the job I'm doing, it's only part-time work. That's all they hire people for, and that's all they give out hours for, is part-time. But because of the fact that they needed people though pretty bad there for a little while, and didn't, excuse me, have as many drivers, then my hours was decent. They still wasn't, you know, the best, but they was decent, and I was able to put back a little bit of money as a result of that. But they recently got some drivers in, so now next week my hours are going to go back down big time. And so, you know, my thing is this: I'm not able to get ahead. You know, it seems like I've always got something coming up, or always got something going on to where I'm not able to get ahead. For example, my phone I just had to buy, and the Mr. Buddy heater that I just had to buy. So those are two pretty big chunks of money that came out of my car fund, and it's keeping me, you know, behind. Now if I was able to work full time, then it'd be a different story. I'd be able to put back money even still, even with these type of things going on, and you know, these type of things hit me. So I want to start actively putting in applications for another job, and something, of course, that's going to be a full-time job though. And I'm going to be doing this even starting today, in fact, for that matter, putting in some applications. Plus I was talking to my sister recently as well, and there's a factory that she works at that sounds like it's pretty good work and everything as well, so I'm going to check that out too. It's through a temp service, so it'd be a temp to hire type of thing, but if I can get on there, then it'd be some decent money, and it'd be guaranteed 40 hours too though, each week. So either way it goes, my objective though definitely is to be putting in some applications and start to be looking for a job as far as full-time work though goes, and I'm going to try to get that done as soon as possible. I do honestly hate putting in applications. In fact, I hate it with a passion, because I hate filling it out and having to go through all that process. But you know, I got to do what I got to do and to get the job done, and to still be able to work toward my goals. Another thing that happened recently though, which definitely is on a positive side though, is this past weekend I did finally get to see my son, which I was trying to see him for, actually, the last time I had seen him before that though was before Christmas time. So that tells you how long it's been. It's definitely been a while before I see my son, and I was trying to get him on the weekends and stuff, but for some reason she was always busy, or didn't have enough money supposedly to come down, or always something going on. And I've told her too that I've always got $20 put back for her for gas, but I don't know, it seems like there's always something going on where I, for some reason, can't see my son, which of course is all the more reason why I want to try to go ahead and get a car, so that way I can solve that problem, because then I can start going up there to see him anyways on my, you know, on my weekends or whatever, and then that way I don't have to worry about her having some type of reason why she can't bring him down. But you know, it's a thing to where, like I said, as far as these recent things that's been going on and setbacks though, but it's still not going to stop me though, because I'm too stubborn to give up, and I'm going to keep on moving forward and keep on working on making progress as far as toward my goals. And of course, right now, a car is one of my immediate type of goals that I have to try to get myself a car going. But overall, I mean, even my bigger goals, you know, whichever way it goes, I'm still going to be working on those too, because I'm just too stubborn to give up. Is my thing. So yeah, that's an update as far as what's been going on with me recently and how things have been going. Let me go ahead and get into my phone here real quick too, because I'm going to go ahead and show you here in a second what the weather is looking like. This is an app that's on my phone, and I'll go ahead and give an example too as far as why I said that I had to go ahead and get the Mr. Buddy heater. Well, I didn't have a choice, because as far as having to keep warm, I mean, it's going to make a big difference for sure though. So hopefully this will focus in pretty good. I'm not sure if you can see it too much. Right now it says it's 23 degrees outside, but it says the real feel is 18 degrees. And let me go over to where it says forecast. So it says today total we're supposed to get up to about 29 degrees and 24 degrees for the low, but it says the real feel will be about 21 and about 12 degrees at nighttime for the feel. That's of course because of wind chill. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 30 degrees and 2 degrees for the low for the nighttime tomorrow night. And so that means tomorrow night with the wind chill, it's going to feel like minus 20 degrees. And of course we're talking about Fahrenheit, so if there's anybody that's overseas and you're using Celsius, just do the, or I think even Canada as well, just go ahead and go to Google and do that conversion, I guess. So yeah, it's going to feel like minus 20 degrees tomorrow night Fahrenheit, so extremely cold. And then Sunday, it's going to be 2 degrees out for the day. Or no, I'm sorry, I was reading the actual date, my bad. It's going to be 12 degrees out for the day and 6 degrees for the night. So it's going to feel like 4 degrees during the daytime, and it's going to feel like 0 degrees at nighttime. And let's see here, Monday 25 degrees out and 17 degrees out for nighttime. Tuesday 31 degrees out during the day, 9 degrees at night. Wednesday 19 degrees out during the day and 6 degrees at night. And Thursday 23 degrees for the day and 13 degrees for the night. So in other words, as you guys can see, I mean, most of these days, it looks like Saturday it might be 40 degrees, but most of these days though for this month is looking like it's going to be pretty cold. So that being said, that's why I said I took a look at the forecast too, especially there for the biggest part of this month, and I can see for sure that it's going to be freezing, and I'm going to definitely need some heat going. So that's why I went ahead and got the Mr. Buddy heater, and of course I hooked it back up to the 20-pound tank again. And in fact, I might go ahead and get that filled up today. I think if I can feel it as far as feeling the weight, and I think it feels like it's about half full. But still, I can go to one of those, well, the same one I've been going to anyways, as far as the propane dealership, and I can get that filled up again. So I might just go ahead and do that today. Saturday, tomorrow, Saturday being tomorrow, after work, I am going to go to my sister's house because she asked me to come over so I can watch her daughters, and so that way her and her boyfriend can go out and do some stuff for Valentine's Day, which is fine. And that way too, being tomorrow night, I'll go ahead and spend that night out at my sister's house, sleep on the couch, so I won't have to worry about sleeping in the cold and stuff. So I'll have that taken care of for sure. But then Sunday I'll be back out in the van again too, and dealing with that again as far as the cold. But like I said, that Mr. Buddy heater is definitely a lifesaver, and definitely something necessary for sure when you do live in a van, especially when you live up north where it's going to be cold. I'd say the Mr. Buddy heater is definitely a necessary thing to get. And of course, extreme cold sleeping bag is going to be another great thing, because between those two, that has been saving me for sure as far as keeping me alive and keeping me warm, and being able to deal with the extreme colds or extreme cold temperatures that we've had though, for sure. Also too, since I do have a new phone though, and do have a new provider, because what it is, I got the My Family mobile plan. It's through Walmart, but they use the T-Mobile network is the network that they use. And the way my data is on there too, I might be able to start making some videos in my van as well too, besides just going to the besides just doing stuff out here like I am and just having to upload it at the library. Because like what I'm saying is, there's some instruction videos I want to start making pretty soon too, that has to be done on the computer itself. But it's not like I can just go into the library and start doing that, because you got to be quiet in the library and you can't be talking in the library and stuff like that. So that's not something that can be done there. Plus the fact, like if I was going to try to do it at McDonald's or Burger King or someplace like that, still I'm going to have a ton of background noise because of the restaurant equipment buzzers and lots of people talking loud and stuff like that. So that's not going to be practical as well either. But since I do have this new network and everything with some decent internet going, then hopefully I should be able to start making some videos in my van as well too though. Because like for example, one thing I want to try to see if I can do pretty soon is an instruction video on my software again too, because I can't remember if I told you guys about that or not, but I've been done with that for a little while now. In fact, I was done within about 1 to 2 weeks after I first talked about making it. But I just haven't got around to making the video yet still, as far as showing exactly how it does work and how it can benefit people. And then also too, the fact that I was debating on how I was going to set up as far as the delivery system, because I don't have a website set up, but still I can send it through email pretty easy, so that's not a problem on that. So once I do get it to the point where I make the video and show people how it works and start putting it out there for sale, then for right now, until I do get a website set up, then I might just say, if you send $10 to the PayPal account, then I'll send the email course back to you with the program. That way you guys can buy that and still be able to use it. And I'm only going to charge $10 for it. Originally I did think about in the past about charging 20, but I'm only going to charge $10 for it, because I'm not trying to gouge anybody as far as the price on it. But it's still definitely something that can still save people a whole lot of money though over time when they use it. And I did also have a subscriber as well too tell me that and I can't remember which one he said. I think he said Fred Myers, but either way it goes, he said that there was a store that's in his area, which is somewhere else in the United States other than my area of course, and he said that they also have it to where they can also use the Kroger card as well too, to be able to take off money as far as coupons or whatever, to be able to scan that Kroger's card though. So, which I figured was the case. So if you guys want to check with that too, if you got a different store in your area that's in the Kroger network, as far as different stores that Kroger is connected with, then feel free to let me know, and let me know how that how that's going to work out for you and stuff. But that's about it though right now for the updates. If anything else comes up today, I'll let you guys know. But otherwise, I should be able to get this uploaded today as well too, because they cut me today too early from work. So that means I still got time today to get a few other things done. But yep, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. Of course, as always, if you have any questions or concerns, let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks for watching guys, and have a great day.